Hello, Erin, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Need a Healing. So today I'm going to do a reading for you on your situation that we talked about last night. I've already pulled a couple of cards here, and I'm going to go over these in a little while right before I pull my tarot. So then I'll go over all of these and what those mean. Right now, I'm just going to pull from my tea leaves. And we just want to thank the gods and goddesses, angels and archangels for all their love, their guidance, and their blessings. And to please give us clear, accurate, easy to understand answers for Erin. Thank you so much. All right, we're just going to get 3 of these and one more. Okay, so you got kite, vacation. Maybe you need to take a little bit of a break, go on a little vacation, even if it's just a staycation where you're at home and you're not doing anything, not answering the phone, kind of just relaxing and taking a break. Or maybe start planning for a vacation, right? Or maybe you've already started planning for one. Then we got Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. So, not sure if you're wanting to have any more kids, but this could be the beginning of something new as far as business, that you're in. You may get a promotion at your job. You may start something brand new, on the side, like maybe as started out as a hobby and then it's kind of become more, or it's becoming more, or it's time for you to really start focusing on that and make it grow into something bigger. But some news is coming about that. And then you got dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. You're on somebody's mind, which that's not a bad thing, right? You may even get a dog. I don't know. Or look into getting a dog. All right. Now we're going to do my what's the tea. Just want to see what's... Okay. Well, right off the bat, you got spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality, your light, your magic, your power. Yeah. You make them nervous, probably, because your light shines so bright and you're vibrating at such a high level that when you're around other people that are vibrating at a lower vibrational level, they get repelled. It's like those magnets. When you turn them the opposite direction, they repel each other, right? So it's like they can't stand your light, your honesty, your truth, what you stand for, right? Because they're all about the lower vibrational energy, and they get angry just by being around you. But that's not your fault. Stay bright, stay shining. That's on them if they can't be around your light, because you're like a mirror to them. So basically you show them who they really are, right? Somebody wants you back, or somebody is thinking about you. Like I said, it could be this friend here that's at a distance. This could be an ex, I don't know. But somebody is definitely thinking about you, or maybe wanting you back, or I don't know, secretly wants you back. Could be a job too. Then you got wasting time, stuck, no changes, limited. And maybe you feel that way now. Maybe right now you are feeling like time is just moving at a snail's pace, or things aren't moving as quickly as you would like them to. So you're feeling stuck because you're like, oh my gosh, I just want I just want to see the outcome of this. Like, this is, I feel like I'm stuck in mud. But no, things are going to start moving here pretty soon. You know, they probably seem a little bit slow right now, where like things aren't really moving along, or, you know, it's like things are just going really slow, but things will start picking up pace. Howl at the moon. Process your feelings. Yeah. Scream it out if you have to. Yell at the top of your lungs if you need to. I mean, you know, hopefully you don't have neighbors that'll call the police, but, you know, go outside and scream, you know, let it out. Scream into a pillow. You know, speak what you're feeling out loud. Release it. Write it down and release it, right? Feel what you're feeling and then let it go. That's the only way to work through your feelings, right? Is to feel them and then work through them. Feel them and then let them go. All right, what else for Erin? Thank you, Spirit. Beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. Yeah, be very careful, because people are shady. People are sneaky. They're going to try to lie and be dishonest, right? But it's like, I do feel like you are aware. You are highly sensitive to liars and manipulators. But somebody is definitely not being honest, but also beware of, you know, any friends that you could say some stuff to. You know, they could repeat it. So if you don't want anything repeated, maybe keep it in. Don't like tell people your business, because you can't trust everyone, right? There's a lot of two-faced people out there, and you just never know. So just be careful. All right, Spirit, what else? Okay, you got 2. It's almost over, right? Spirit is saying it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you'll be able to look to the future with a smile. What did I tell you? Yeah, things may be moving like really slow right now, or they're just not moving at all, or you feel like they're not. But I do feel like your spirit guides, your angels are like working behind the scenes to help you with any issues that you're dealing with right now. Then you got trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I'm also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. So you're going to be coming into some kind of aha moments. Like, aha, that's right. I can do that. I do have the ability to do that. I am powerful enough to do that, right? Some new truths will be revealed. Trust what your gut is telling you. Trust your instincts, right? Your gut doesn't lie to you. All right. Oof. Wow, that just really wanted to fly out. Okay, so you got the temple path. Oh, that's lovely, right? You got all these like little orbs here too. And it looks like there's 3 of them. So you may have 3 very powerful guides on the other side that are protecting you, right? Ancestors, guardian angels, people from your bloodline. They're making sure that you don't stray from your path. So I do feel like they are saying that you are currently on the right path. But let me read that to you just so you can get a little bit more information on the temple path here. Wow, and I turned right to it. Wow. Spiritual purpose and support. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple and a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. There's a hair, sorry. This card upright is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. You are on your karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world, your family members and friends, angels and guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful, life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connections. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways. Let me read that again. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways. And connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. Wow. I told you, you've got a lot of family members on the other side that are there and willing to help and want to help with the situation. All you have to do is ask for them, ask for their help. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them that what you want done, and they will work behind the scenes to help you out, right? Okay, so now we're going to move to the, what are these called? My Moon Oracle cards here. Oops, sorry. Move the camera a little bit. But it's my, here, let me pull it back this way. Ah, there you go. Now you can see Moon Oracle deck. So it's like, I ended up pulling past, present, and future here. So with the past here, you've got what's called the last quarter, waning earth, moon, fall, and principles. That's what it says all here, right? Last quarter, waning earth, moon, fall, principles, right? Now, the last time we had a last quarter waning moon in the earth sign was on April 10th, 2026. It was this year. And it was just a couple months ago in April 10th. So this could have been around the time, when the whole thing started, where you stood on your principles and you did everything right, but your ex ended up using some loopholes to distort the truth, right? But like now, in the present situation, you're facing concessions, right? This is a balsamic waning air moon, and this is what's going on with our moon phase currently. Now, I specifically picked this card out for the present situation because currently we are in a balsamic waning air moon in Gemini. Right? And it says seeds and it says concession, right? So in the present moment, right now, basically the universe is kind of telling you that you need to stop wasting your energy being hurt by his lies, right? And accept that he's playing dirty. So you got to clear out all that emotional noise that's happening in your head, right? And plant the seeds of a new, sharper legal strategy, right? So don't fear looking greedy by fighting him. Okay? Because your future is looking super good here, right? Because you've got the palace here. And with the palace card, you got Jupiter and you got Venus. Now, Jupiter represents justice and Venus represents money. Okay? So, justice and money is backing you up. So, your final outcome is going to be completely restored. You know, your finances are going to be completely restored, and it's going to give you ultimate protective victory, right? Because you're going to go in there and you're going to focus purely on the numbers when you go back to the front of the court, and you're going to request a formal discovery of his business ledger and then let the math do the talking. So the old cycles are going to die, which is what he was trying to do, so the new seeds can be planted. And it kind of had to get this like distorted to force you to stand up, to draw a hard line, and to fight for a brand new legal structure. It's basically the fertilizer for the new fair child support order you're going to plant, right? Okay, let me pull the tarot now. All right, Spirit. Why is the last quarter there for the past? Show me clearly. Show me clearly, Spirit. Okay. Well, we've got two. Okay, so you got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. We'll pull two for each card, and then I'll probably pull a third over here. Oh, wow, this makes so much sense. Yes. Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, I love that. I love this here. Ooh. Ooh, that boy's gonna get in trouble. I can see it all already. I'm like tongue-tied. He's nervous. He's nervous. And he's going to be even more nervous when you stand up to fight him. So you got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit here with the past situation. With the Page of Pentacles here, this is all about somebody trying to give somebody some news, or like here, like, look, this is all I've got. This is all I've got to give. I don't have much but my tools and a little bit of money. Yeah, no. Oh, and maybe a cat. I can barely feed him. Yeah, this is like a woe is me. Like, look, all I've got is one coin. I don't have much. Shut up. Sit down. And then the Hermit is basically like taking some time out to like reflect. Solitude, meditation, loneliness, but it's basically like there was like a pause, right? There was a pause in all of this, or right now there's a pause with the Hermit card. I mean, she looks like she's just kind of thinking things over, and this could be the court system. Like, I mean, they could be like, wait, did we do the right thing? He could be lying, we're not sure, but we don't really have the proof right now, right? Or this was you, standing on your principles and being solid. Like, yeah, I know that I'm doing the right thing, right? I'm being wise about everything. Or you need to be wise about everything and look at things that are in the dark, right? And bring them to the light. Because I've actually literally been hearing, not only did I hear an owl in my office window, but later on that day, the word owl, and people brought up owls 2 more times throughout that day. And now there's an owl here. Now I know that owls are the only animals that can see in the dark, in the pitch black, right? So basically, it's like you can see the deception. You can see what other people can't. But I'm telling you, you're going to bring that into the light because we've got this here, right? We've got this right now. Yeah, you're probably feeling like this fear, this scarcity, right? Because that's what the Five of Pentacles is. Like they're like left out in the snow to fend for themselves, to scavenge, right? But this doesn't have to be your mind frame. I feel like this is how he wants you to feel. He wants you to struggle. He wants to put pressure on you. He is probably bitter and angry, with the choices, or the separation or divorce or whatever, that you made. And he's probably wanting you to feel this lack. And you are, because of what he did, right? But I'm telling you, you're gonna come up with all the information that the courts need to turn this around, to flip it. Because that's exactly what the Seven of Pentacles is. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is basically gathering information, being resourceful, right? It's secrets being revealed. It's having a strategy, right? So he's gathering all the swords there. Like, I need all the information I can get. And it's air sign, so that's all mental, right? Communication. So right now, yeah, you're taking a concession. I can't say that. Concession, like a concession stand. You're basically taking a little bit of a break, going to the concession stand. I can't say that. Going to the concession stand and getting, I don't know, a refresher, a drink, some snacks. Taking a break and gathering information, right? So then when you do go, you'll have all the information to back you up. And basically, you won't have to be angry or fight out of anger or, have fear or anything. Basically, the numbers and the math will speak for itself, right? You are going to win in the end. You know why? Because, the Page of Wands, you know what the Page of Wands represents? The Page of Wands represents discovery. Right? They're going on a little adventure here. They're going on a hike and they're discovering new things. Right? And then you got the Star card, which is all about wishes coming true. Healing. Right? Hope, balance, right? She looks very balanced. Everything's balanced. The emotions are balanced again. The world is balanced again. The sun, moon, and stars are all balanced because this discovery took place, right? And balance here. I want to read you each of these, so let's go back for the last quarter. That is in Earth. Okay. And I said it was in Capricorn, right? So it says, as the moon squares the sun to make a 90-degree angle, a critical phase is reached in which everything is held in the balance. There is a there is a need to explore the basic principles under which you have been working in order to maintain a viable financial equilibrium. And since it's in Capricorn, it says you're forced to look at the principles on which the project you are involved in is founded in order to push a delicately balanced situation in the desired direction. That was like a mouthful, and it was all like rambling, running on sentences. It's weird. There's no commas or anything, so I'm sorry if it sounded weird. But yeah, basically, the beginning stages, right? Where it's kind of like threw you for a loop, and now it's like you are forced to look at the principles on which the project you are involved in is founded in order to push. That doesn't make sense. You're forced to look at the principles on which the project you are involved in is founded in order to push a delicately balanced situation in the desired direction. Yeah, so this is all about needing to balance things because things got thrown up here. They got thrown off with his lies and the manipulation, and he thought everything was going to be good and, at a pause, and he was going to be able to hold that and retain that. But no, sir. No, not with everything else that I see here. Okay, and then you got balsamic and air. And right now it's in Gemini currently. So this says, the sun now lights only a thin crescent on the left of the moon as it nears the end of its monthly cycle. During this period, the concentration of your mental abilities produces the seeds for the future. It is a time for making concessions and adjusting ideas to new circumstances. And it's in Gemini, so it says your desire to get into action on projects straight away is frustrated, and you're forced to bide your time. Reject nothing now, but store ideas away ready to bring them out again at a more appropriate time. Exactly. That's all about the gathering the information here. And then you got Palace at the end. So let's see. Palace number 3. Oh, it's a little bit lengthy, but I'll read the card. Meaning, if you select this card, there is a tendency to exaggeration and overindulgence, and the desire to show the world your pleasure is strong. This card also denotes unthinking extravagance, over generosity for effort, and a desire to impress. This lunar mansion moves into the beginning of the central Earth sign of Taurus, at which point the planet Venus is pushed to extremes by the expansive Jupiter. Now, see, I know that it described like in, overindulgence and all that stuff, but I don't see that when I look at this card. I mean, I do see the fruit here, but it's almost like it reminds me of like the 9 of Pentacles, where it's like enjoying the fruits of your labor. Like you finally made it. You finally made it to your palace, or you finally, got the justice that you were looking for, because you've got Jupiter and Venus there, which is justice and money. I do think that you are going to get the money that you deserve, or it's going to be fairly balanced, but you have to do the work though first, right? All right. Kind of want to pull one card of these for each, see if it has any more information on it. All right. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, we'll do this. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yep, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles is planting seeds, right? That's what she's doing. Basically, this is after all this happened, you're definitely like, okay, well, it's time for me to plant some seeds. And this is about you needing to feel like the King of Pentacles, right? Have no fear. They're very confident. They're very confident in everything that they do because they're a leader. They're stable, right? They're practical. But this is also all about wealth and finances and success, right? This is Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Can be, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be those, you know, signs, right? Those traits. Or this could be him, right? Like thinking, haha, I've got her right where I want her. I'm sitting high on the hog, enjoying all my money when I was pretending all I had was one coin, but I really actually have like 3 tons. I don't just have one. I have a lot. I'm a king. You know, I live in luxury. Well, haha. She's scrambling and scraping and having thoughts of lack. Yeah, no. No, sir. And then you got 10 of Cups over here. So I do feel like you are going to have a victory at the end. 10 of Cups is a happy result, right? This is blessings, joy, gratitude, completion, emotional fulfillment, right? Yeah. I think you're going to be just fine, my dear. I think everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to with that whole situation there. Let me see if there's any like love messages. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Stay optimistic, right? Stay positive about it. Be open to love, right? All right, numerology, and then we'll close the reading so you can see what numbers to be aware of. Well, you got 666. It says reflect. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. Reflect. Now, don't think of 666 as a bad number because it isn't. I know that Hollywood has always portrayed 666 as a, bad or devil number, but it's not, right? This is about self-development, right? Mentally shifting your mind from negative to positive, right? Being open to love, being positive about this current situation that's going on here, and knowing that you will win in the end, right? Knowing that you will come out on top. But you can't give up. You have to fight for it, right? So gather all the information that you need to. Get a hold of some attorneys if you have to. And fight that fight, because in the end, if you do this, you will win. You will come out on top at the end, okay? All right, my dear. That was the end of your reading. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can hit that like button. And if you want to subscribe, I'm not sure if you're a subscriber yet, but if you want to go ahead and subscribe, and if you want to leave a comment, I would love to respond. If not, we will talk soon. Okay. Love and light.